Instrumental in you and I redefining our relationship?
I would say don't just start filming me without asking
Oh
me
my goodness.
if you could film me.
Astaire, come help us again, please. I'm still dealing with foolishness.
Cause she don't just.
Would you say that she helped us heal the hurts that we caused between one another?
My social media presence is my bread and butter, okay? So you can't just use me for social media and not, don't just start roll. I'm standing in my house. Don't just start rolling.
Please watch Astaire at the red table.
Whoa, babe, did you see that?
Of course I saw it. I was the one that sent you the video.
Yes, you did. I think we should do a pillow talk about this. What do you think?
Yeah, I got thoughts about it. I'd love to share.
All right, so join us on Pillow Talk with Dr. Boyce and Alicia. Links in the bio. See you soon.
I saw that crazy. You sent me that crazy video with Will and Jada and just where there was like an very awkward moment. I don't think I've ever seen the Smiths look as awkward as they did in this video. It kind of flipped me out a little bit.
And this is what marriage is about. Like all these awkward moments. It's unfortunate that we can see it, but I think like a lot of us can relate to these moments that you have with your spouse that's less than ideal and you really want to like share something, and sometimes you want boundaries to be made, and then I don't know, you want to play the video because I don't know if everyone saw it, but
yeah, let me share the video, and then I'll let you kind of give your take first as a therapist in terms of what so here we go. We'll play it now. This is on my Instagram, and I'll cut this off in a minute, but here we go.
Table. She's going to be at the red table. Would you say she has been instrumental in you and I redefining our relationship?
I would say don't just start filming me without asking me.
Oh my goodness.
If you could film me.
Astaire, come help us again, please. I'm still dealing with foolishness.
Cause she don't just.
Would you say that she helped us heal the hurts that we caused between one another?
My social media presence is my bread and butter, okay? So you can't just use me for social media and not, don't just start roll. I'm standing in my house. Don't just start rolling.
Please watch Astaire at the red table.
Okay, I want to stop it right there because that's kind of, and then Jada kind of goes into her promotion of Red Table Talk. What did you see there when you looked at that video?
Well, she was trying to get his attention. So I see it from Will's perspective, and I see it from her perspective as well. So I'm not taking sides in no married couples' lives, but I just see it from both of their perspectives. So I think that Red Table Talk is something really important to her. And it's something that she's poured a lot into. The production of it, the topics are very near and dear to her heart. She really has people on there that she feels need to have a platform of which for them to tell their story and educate the public and all of those things. So I can see that the Red Table Talk is something important to her. And someone named Astaire, I don't know who Astaire is, but she is near and dear to her heart, and it's something that she really is trying to engage her husband in. And I know what it feels like. All of us know what it feels like when you come up to your partner, you're just like, gosh, don't you feel like this person really helped us? Could you help me promote my Red Table Talk? And let's use this platform to talk about our relationship so that other people can learn from it. So from the perspective of Jada, I can really see how she is reaching out to him for attention, and it makes sense to me. From the perspective of Will, he just seemed to be like, okay, I'm not feeling it right now. And so it does become pretty awkward. But I think in the when you start looking at couples and relationships, it's her bid. It's called bid for attention, and it's her bid for attention from him to support her. And he just wasn't feeling it. So maybe on his side of it, he's just a little kind of like, I think it's okay in marriages for you to just say, I really feel like I need I need my space right now, and I don't really want to talk about this. And I feel very uncomfortable with you recording me right now. I'd like for you to get my permission before you record. So he's putting up boundaries for her, and that makes sense too, right? You know, you're in a relationship, and you're cranky. You know, we all can be cranky sometimes. It can be kind of like, I'm just not in the mood right now. Think about Will Smith's life. And I mean, he probably doesn't live the life of a normal person, but even as normal people, we kind of aren't in the mood to be bothered at that time. So I think the timing wasn't right. And she felt rejected, and he probably felt disrespected and dismissed. It's just what happens. It's what happens in relationships. And, you know, a lot of my couples, you know, this sort of interaction, this miss in the interaction where she's wanting something and he's wanting something totally different. It happens in relationships.
Yeah, I didn't like the video. I'm with the rest of the, you know, I mean, a lot of people on the internet, for a lot of people on the internet, unfortunately, this came off as very abusive behavior, just dismissive, disrespectful. The narrative I'm seeing from a lot of men in particular is Jada doesn't respect Will. She doesn't love Will. And they're even going as far as saying, you know, she really wants Tupac. And I don't like all that. I don't think you can I don't think you can speculate on a person's relationship like that, because you really don't know. You don't know these people. But, you know, I saw, I agree with you. I see her, you know, with the Red Table Talk. Now, the Red Table Talk, they put a lot of production effort into that. You know, when they interviewed me to be on the Red Table Talk, there was like a producer in New York who called me, and I didn't make the cut, you know, but because I had my dental surgery and I couldn't halfway talk. But it looked like they really are working hard on that show, and I get that, right? And I get Jada also wanting the spotlight on her. You know, she went to performing arts school. She's probably thinking about her own career, and you know, every day, just like he is. And I think that my interpretation is that there is kind of an awkwardness of the fact that she happened to marry one of the biggest stars on the planet, and that she seems to feel like, okay, if I get Will on here, that's going to help my numbers. You know, and because that show, to me, it seems like it's all about trying to get ratings, even if you humiliate and embarrass your family. I didn't like, you know, I think she went on there and said she had a porn addiction. What 50-year-old woman, 45-year-old, whatever age she is, what 40-some-year-old woman goes on a show and talks about stuff like that? Even men, when men talk about that, it's weird. Chris Rock did that. Chris Rock gave he did that in a stand-up. He said, I have a porn addiction. I was like, okay, maybe you're trying to get ahead of the newspapers, but I'm not really sure I understand this need to take a family that's respected around the world and just spill all your business out there. Imagine if Barack and Michelle did that. Just, I'm gonna tell you every single thing that's going on in my house. I don't know if that would just seem weird to everybody.
Oh, yeah. I mean, she should have respected his wishes not to have recorded that and released that to the public. Like, why are we looking at something that he didn't say it's okay, you know? And you know, that is a sign, could be seen as a sign of disrespect, definitely. And I'm sure if, you know, if I had asked you, please don't post that, and you did it anyway, like I would be a little bothered, and I would be like, could you please take that down, you know? And I mean, I don't know, you know, that's something that I would have wish she would have respected his boundaries in that way, and he could have come up with some other way of supporting her. It just, you know, I think too often we as a public, we look at celebrities and we feel like they don't have real feelings. You know, they're real people with real relationships. I don't care who you are. You could be, you know, the most famous person in the world and all of that, but at the end of the day, we're all human beings, and we all have the same sort of desires and wants and needs. And I think that it's just something I would wish that instead of passing judgment and saying very terrible things about either person, I really don't like when people take sides in this, because we just got to snap shot of the interaction between the two of them. We don't know. She could have turned it off, and Will Smith could have said something really off the chain, to her. So we don't really understand, and we really don't know. We shouldn't judge, because I would hate, sometimes, in relationships, sometimes your partner sees you at your worst. You're not really operating at your best, so we don't know how they made up. They could have made up really nicely. And whoever Astaire, is it Astaire? Maybe they felt the need, just like most couples do, feel the need to have an outsider, somebody confidential, to come in and try to help navigate and negotiate the relationship.
Yeah, I feel like that,
Yeah.
to me, that's not the primary point of it, though. The point of it was, he's a very, very, very famous man, and she's very famous too. And but he's the bigger star between the two. Let's just be real. And and he's just like, look, I don't want to be filmed right now. And then also he says the social media thing is my bread and butter. And that was, I feel like that's a little bit of extra information that the public doesn't always need to have, because Will Smith, part of the magic of Will Smith is he comes off as this guy who's just, he'll just do a video for fun and get 4 million views, and it's no big deal, and you're getting into his psyche, like people like me, like I'm doing really well, and this is my big thing, and you're messing up my big thing. And I think that it takes away some of the magic of Will Smith's celebrity, and also just the mystique of the family, the respect. I don't think a lot of people respect that family anymore. I think that they're almost starting to look weird, when you add those two, and then you look at the children. You have that one son that nobody knows much about because he's the oldest, and Will did that song, Just the Two of Us, about him. But those two younger kids are famous too, and they do weird things. Like I think one of the sons went on stage and screamed out, "Tyler, the Creator is my Emma fucking boyfriend," and then the daughter has done interesting things, and so I think that people are starting to look at them almost like the Addams family.
Yeah, they definitely they got that Hollywood thing going for sure. They got that, and who knows? I mean, it's the land of Lala, so who knows what all is happening in that household or in any of the other households we see in Hollywood. It's hard.
Yeah, it used to be. I mean, it used to be this time, maybe a decade ago, where they were seen as a wonderful example of Black family and Black love. That's the thing. Like, they used to be seen as a prototype, like a good image, similar to Barack and Michelle and the girls, Sasha and Malia, or similar, maybe even to some extent, what Jay-Z and Beyonce have kind of done. I wish there were more examples out there, but those are the main ones that people sort of seem to reference. And now it's just these weird things are happening. And I think that video was probably the most shocking video I've ever seen. And I really wanted to ask, how the hell did that video even get to the public? How did that even get on the internet in the first place? Who hit upload on that video? I would say Will needs to go slap that person, but that would mean he might be slapping his wife. So I'm not going to advocate for domestic violence. But my Lord Jesus said that video should never have met the light of day. Did you get hacked? Did somebody steal it? Like, what went down with that? I'm curious.
Oh, it's unfortunate. Yeah, I think that respect in relationships is number one, and it is really key. And I don't, it would have been nice if she had respected his wishes.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Not to have been recorded. I think that is important. And, hopefully they worked it out. Maybe they did.
But let's hope so. Let's hope so.
Yeah, it's not the end of the road. I mean, I really feel like, and I've seen couples do horrendous things. Not seen, but I've heard of couples do horrendous things to each other. And guess what? They can still come back and be strong. I always have hope. I've seen couples turn a corner in just a couple of weeks. So, I mean, I think that I hope that they stay strong.
Well, let's hope for the best for that couple and for everybody watching. If you knows, but anyway, guys, this is Pillow Talk with Dr. Boyce and Dr. Alicia Watkins. Dr. Alicia is a licensed therapist and a full professor of social work. Her website is coachingwithdralicia.com if you'd like to see what she's got going on. My website is boycewatkins.com. And don't forget, if you guys want to come and join us, we decided to add speed dating to the All Black National Convention. So that's going to be at the end of October in Charlotte, North Carolina. You can go to boycewatkins.com and get your passes. And if you watch this early enough, you may be able to actually take advantage of the early bird discount. So feel free to go to boycewatkins.com and make sure you subscribe, hit the thumbs up button, and everything else. All right, guys. Well, have a good night, everybody. And thanks a lot, babe. And I'll see you soon, okay?
Bye.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.